Can't she braid your hair please? It would keep her quiet. By user Shagat the there. So I have extremely long hair, it reaches my knees when it's down and I take extremely good care of it and spend a lot of time, energy and money keeping it healthy and in great condition. So it's obviously pretty important to me, and even without talking to me it's obvious that I'm quite protective of it. Usually when I leave home I put it up in a bun or some other protective style, but today I thought it looked really good and decided to leave it down for once. Me and my husband went to a local cafe for breakfast, and as we were seated I saw across from us was a mother and her clearly very excitable young daughter. This is fine obviously, they're just trying to enjoy their morning like I am, and I don't really pay much attention to them until I hear the girl say to her mother, "Mommy, that lady's hair is so long. Can I play with it?" I think this is a weird request but don't really expect anything else to come of it until I hear the mother trying to get my attention. I turn to her and she asks me the title of this post. I say no, I'm not really comfortable with that. The girl immediately looks heartbroken and her mom sighs and just looks tired, then she says, "Why not? It's just hair, let her play with it." I give her my reasons. I don't like people touching me, I don't let people touch my hair, and there's still a pandemic going on and I'd rather not get too close to strangers unless I absolutely have to. My husband even chimes in with she doesn't even like me touching her hair very often. Which was a lie. He's like one of the only people who I'm comfortable with, but he was trying to help me get out of the conversation because he's a sweetheart. The girl kind of looks at her mother with a pleading look, but her mom just looks at her and says, "The mean lady won't let you." And shoots me a look of daggers. Like, what the fuck, dude? What did I do? Would you let strangers touch your hair, lady? I get that she's tired, but I'm not in the wrong for keeping my boundaries in order. A slight annoyance, but luckily they were already most of the way through their meal by the time we arrived, so they weren't there for too long. Still a weird situation that made me overall uncomfortable. Lesson learned. I'm never bringing my Switch to work ever again, by user blue_thunder55. So this happened to me today. I work in fast food. To give you a clearer picture, I went on my break and was playing Pokemon Shield. I'm saving Legends Arceus for when I'm at home and have more time. So I'm playing my game when I see a young boy, about 7 years old, watching me. I look up and see his mother watching us. She nods, so I assume she's giving me permission to talk to him. I asked if he's played before and he says no, so I let him play on it. I tell him I started playing when I was his age and give him pointers when he asks. So the alarm on my phone goes off for the end of my break and I ask for it back, which he does and thanks me for letting him play. I'm walking towards the staff room when I hear the call of a wild Karen, being me. "Karen, ahem." I look back and see the boy's mother behind me. Me, "Yes, can I help you?" Karen, "Yes, you can let my son keep playing your game, you're going to be working now so he can play it until we leave, we're paying customers after all." Me, "Sorry miss, but this is my property so I'm putting it in my bag now." Karen, "No. Give my son your game." Boy, Mum, stop, I don't want her game. It's hers. She had raised her voice now, so my manager had come over, and because I was late from coming off my break. "Manager, is there a problem here?" Karen, "Yes, she won't give my son her game to play with. She's going to be working now so she should let him keep playing until we're done." She had this smug look on her face, like she thinks her logic is sound and my manager is just gonna agree with her. Manager, "Ma'am, it's her property and if she says no then that's her right." Karen, "But I'm a paying customer, my son should be able to play." Manager, "Ma'am, if she's said no then that's the end of it, now you can either sit down and finish your food or you can leave." Karen stomped off to her table and grabbed her things before storming out with her son following behind her. I feel really bad for him because he was really sweet as well. My manager asked if I needed 5 minutes, but I told him I was fine, put my Switch in my bag and went back to work. M breaks my 3080/computer after I won't give her kid my PC, by user Mrapocalypse22. So I've been playing on a 1650 SUPER for a while and wanted something better to bump my graphics up on Tarkov, and my cousin, 31M, and her son, 13EC, were over at my house visiting my parents. My GPU came in while they were over, so I rushed into the office to start putting it in my PC. EC comes in to watch me and talk. About halfway through he asks why I have 2 of them and I told him it's because I use 2 computers for my setup for streaming. He runs off and I get back to work. About 40 minutes later, after I get my 3080 in and swap my 1650 SUPER into my stream/overlay PC, the M comes in and start asking casual questions like what am I doing, how does it help, and basic stuff. I explained the process and how I use two computers to help with the strain of streaming and gaming when M asked what would be a good computer for EC for his birthday. I told them I could help build a good PC for EC on a budget for around $800 to $1,100 for a decent starter when she said the words that hurt me. Why don't you give EC one of your computers? You don't need two and you haven't gotten him gifts for his birthday in a while. Note, they live across the country. I told M I can't do that because my computer are worth over $3,000 with the upgrades and RGB I have in it. M started to say I was ungrateful for what I have and should give EC my computer because we are family. I started to get heated because M started screaming about how all my life I've only had things handed to me and have never had to struggle for what I have. I retorted with I work 2 full-time jobs to afford what I have and have been working on the computers for over a year. It's not my fault you got pregnant at 18 with a deadbeat who left you. M then violently kicked my computer, shattering the glass and destroying the liquid cooling and 3080, and almost kicked the second PC with the 1650 Super, but was promptly tackled by me. M starts screaming that I assaulted her while I had my father escort M and EC off the premises, which they are never allowed back on. My M goes crazy when I come back at 10 p.m, at my own house, by user transy_demon_boy. Hi everybody, sorry for my terrible English, I'm new here. This is a little long, but please, read all. I'm 18Y/0, I became independent 6 months ago. The mood in Mom's house always was tense. My mother is so controller, she is a helicopter mom. I work in a nice park in the center, drawing people in cartoon style. I start at 6 p.m. and finish between 9 p.m. and 11 p.m. Yesterday was a great nigth. I got $25 in a country with $200 minimum salary, and I was so happy. I leave my cell phone charging at home cause this was in 21% of battery. I thinked, well, I don't need it at work. Oh man, that was a horror. I finished at 9:30 p.m. and I went to the mall to buy some groceries. Then I was so hungry, so I went to the pizza local to eat a delicious meal. Finally I take a collective taxi, that follow a determinate route and they have to wait 4 passengers to go on. I was the first. So it takes since 30 minutes. I was okay, well, I live alone, nobody wait me in my home's door, right? Wrong, my mother was there, in he cold of winter. I arrived and, first I didn't recognize her, but she talk in the dark. She jells about how she called me for 2 hours and I am a terrible dugger, I'm a transgender boy, but she invalidates that. Another reason why I left, she said that I could be raped, kinda pet or killer, that revolves my mind. She really thinks that I just her baby forever and I'm a stupid that can't be out of the bed after 9 p.m. I just ignored her and go my house. I don't sleep that nigth, I always be obedient to her orders, but, summiting tell me hey? You are a f***ing adult, you don't have to listen her SHT, but that's new for my little heart. Thanks for read my peroration. Edit, wow, wow, wow. I didn't hope that receive meant. Really, I went from 0 karma to 2.2k karma in 24 hours. Thanks everyone for your commentaries. Some things to clear. 1. I moved from my mom's house. I pay my bills, rent, and all my services. 2. My mother don't give me any money. 3. My mom don't text or call me every day, just call me one time per week, in arbitrary days, and hours. Is not common, but she said that her mother instinct tell her that she needs to call me. That instinct is activated once time at Mont, Idk. Our relationship is, not bad but not good too. 4. Thanks to all persons that observate some grammar mistakes like took, not taked, I learned some new. 5. I just text her, telling her my feelings and giving her a timeout, I need my space and I think that she needed too, but she is really mad. She don't replay. I will talk with her in some weeks. I am an adult and that implies to know to forgive. Edit 2, I talked with the lessee. She stated that my mother was yells out my of door, knocking like a psychopath. I said to my lessee that my mother is not allowed to in at my house. My mother also opened my windows to look in. She is really crazy. I should to denunciate her to the police. But I'm not sure, it's hard. I'm freaked. In shock. I don't know what to do. Update to cousin breaking my 3080, OG story linked below by user Mapocalypse22. https://www.reddit.com/r/entitled parents/comment/sj3bv7/m_breaks_my_3080 computer_after_I_won't_give_her/. UTM_source equals share and UTM_medium equals iOS_app and UTM_name equals iOSF. Thank you so much for the support. So court is on March 6 and I will sue her for every penny the PC was worth, plus I will be trying to get each part immediately replaced, meaning she will have to buy a scalp 3080. The restraining order has been filed and served. My whole family has heard about it and she has been barred from coming to all family gatherings located inside any homes. She has a history of being a cunt, so this came as no surprise. If anyone knows someone who can make a mini clay PC, I'd like to get that as a gift for her to remember her stupidity.